Ahoy there, skippers, and welcome back to another episode of Sub Sundays. Yes, the day when we play another round of a game called Cold Waters. I am Captain Tirek of the USS Sunfish, SSN 649. As we continue our patrol of the North Atlantic, our current operations is to go and find an Echo-class submarine that is cruising somewhere in the North Atlantic, in the Norwegian Sea towards the North Atlantic. Still haven't quite found it. Last time we got involved in a little bit of a fight with two other submarines, kicked their butts, managed to kill them before they even figured out we were there. So let's get back on course and try and find this guy, because right now we're not having a lot of luck. He should be somewhere in the Norwegian Sea, but nowhere that we can see. So at this point we're kind of just hoping to get lucky with one of our overflights. If he passes through the SOSUS nets, then we'll probably discover him. And these lines here represent the SOSUS nets, which are our set-up passive listening devices that can help us find submarines, especially snorkeling submarines. Although this submarine is probably a nuclear-driven one. Oh, maybe this might be our target. So let's rush on down south, see if we can't pick him up. And Allies free the Netherlands! War correspondents in the Netherlands sends pictures of cheering clouds as NATO offensive drives the invading Warsaw Pact forces out. Scenes reminiscent of the Allied liberations of World War II brings hope for Europe as the war rages in other areas. Past weeks, successes and drawbacks in military operations seem to have been experienced equally on both sides. Control of the Atlantic is still an even contest between Soviet and NATO forces, and hopefully we're going to tip the balance by hunting down this submarine. Full speed, full speed. Come on, catch him. Oh, it's got him close. Slow. Alright, so we're slow. New contact bearing 272, designate Sierra 1. So let's go status report. Let's reload another torpedo. We are down to 6 Mark 37 torpedoes. And all hands, man your battle stations.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Whoa, that's new. Okay, so contact was at 271. So we'll go all to port. Let's take a look at conditions. There is no layer. Okay. So things could get ugly. Ambient noise is 114 decibels though. So it's going to be hard to hear things. Let's get a little bit lower as we continue off on our port turn. And we have nothing on contact just yet.
Con, sonar, new contact bearing.
313. Contact Sierra 1 is cavitating. How far is she? Oh, there she is. So she's pinging away. Let's see if we can't figure out what she is. And we've got... No, that doesn't quite match up. That does.
Con, sonar, Sierra 1 is classified as submerged submarine.
Oh, that's kind of funny. Alright, level out the planes. Zoom in. Signature, negative 50/50. Okay. Do we have anything on our course or speed yet? No, we do not. But we do know she can't hear us. Let's put a full 30-degree turn. We're traveling nice and slow, so we won't generate a knuckle.
Con, sonar, lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 315. Contact faded.
I might turn that off. That is kind of funny and hilarious and other things. I'm not quite sure how to describe that. Like, if they need people to record lines, I am sure there are people who would be more than willing to do it for free that have decent setups. And we will zero out the rudder. We are at 314, 315-ish. That'll be enough. So let's continue on in this direction. We have no contact with November. How far was that? These are 4. That needs to be fixed. So 4,000 yards. So we are... Whoa, we are real close. We got nothing. So we're going to have to get in here. Kind of close. Closer than I want to be. But we're listening. We're not finding much. Let's pop up with this. November SSN. 160 decibels, so it's semi-noisy, so he is louder than the ambient noise. He's capable of doing 26 knots, which is the same speed as our torpedoes. He has an MF passive and HF active. Radar, set 65 torpedoes. 665 is an electrical dual-purpose torpedo with an active acoustic guidance. Range of the homing system is 880 yards. Range is 17,500 yards at 40 knots. Whew. So we don't want to get shot with that. We'll probably get killed. But somewhere out there, he's there. We didn't know what direction he was going, but I'm kind of thinking that he was heading away from us. I'm tempted to dive deeper and pick up some speed on this. See if we can't catch him out. There's no layer to hide around, though. That does make me a little bit worried. We'll keep skulking. Just for a little while longer. I will probably lose patience and decide to sprint. Not too fast, of course, but...
Ahead. Ahead 2/3. Helm aye.
Okay, so we'll go at 10 knots. We're not cavitating. Good. Now that makes it a little bit harder to actually hear him. But if I'm right, and I think I might be, he was heading directly away from us because it was showing on the signature tab his SNS comp, his sensors were at -50 on both of them. And normally when that happens, it means you're in their baffles. Could be wrong though. And he could suddenly fire at us with a torpedo that can do 40 knots. It's a nice deep ocean beneath us. Although it looks like there is a surface to it. But it's below 1,000 feet. And hopefully we won't have to figure that out. Nothing on passive sonar yet. Just gotta listen around. And admire the detail of the submarine model. Those are our torpedo tubes. The torpedo tubes that freak me out every single time because the Mark 37 is such a slow torpedo that it spends an awful lot of time traveling that distance to the front of the ship. Okay, let's go down. Let's get down to around 400 feet and pick up some speed. There's no layer to worry about, so... no issue.
Passing 200 feet.
You are scaring the crap out of me, man. There's got to be an option to turn down that. I think his voice is a bit loud for sort of what we have set up, everything else, so I'm assuming there will be an audio option that I did not check to take care of that. Okay, almost to 300. Now the downside of this is we'll have to come back up.
Passing 300 feet.
Thank you. We'll have to come back up when we want to actually engage this guy. Because he's probably hovering at around 150. Although he is semi-noisy, you think we'd hear him. $360. $370. $380. $390.
Passing 400 feet.
Ahead, standard. Helm aye.
And level off. Starting to make tracks down here. I'm a little bit worried about going this fast, especially within 4,000 yards of an enemy submarine. I know American submarines are a lot quieter than our Soviet counterparts, but still kind
Ahead,
of concerning.
1/3. Helm aye.
Still definitely a little concerning. Come on. Sonar, pick him up. 5 knots. Nothing on sonar.
Ahead, standard, helm, aye.
Gotta find him, gotta catch him. But it always makes me nervous going at anything faster than... If I don't know exactly where they are, it always makes me really nervous going anything faster than just ahead 1/3. Because I've been shot at by Soviet submarines in my personal campaign, and it is not fun. They are very, very effective. So if I know exactly where they are, and I know what type they are, then I can dictate the engagement, because I can decide, okay, I can do this speed and he won't notice. But if I don't know where they are, at any moment, if we're chasing him down, he could suddenly do a crazy Ivan and show off his back, like see us doing this little sprint. I wish I had a better idea of how much noise we make when we do this. I suppose that'll come with time and experience, but makes me nervous. So we'll chug along for a little bit. Be creeped out. Just to double check. Yeah, he's still nearby. Ooh, options. Audio. I guess we'll just turn the general volume down. Should be a separate slider for in-game sound effects, music, and for this voice. Especially because that voice creeps the hell out of me. Now, the last time we had contact on this guy, he was cavitating. So he ain't no more. Which makes it a little bit difficult.
Ahead, 1/3, helm, aye.
Let's drift down to speed. Take another quick peek. I can't believe you seriously have nothing. If we're right behind him, I would imagine that we could detect him better. Because we get his prop.
Ahead, standard, helm, aye.
Speed up. So we're speeding up, we don't know where he is, and we're traveling at 15 knots. This is not a recipe for disaster. Blip, 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 blip. Just watching the thing down here. As our prop spins with the frame rate. Okay, so let us head
Ahead,
1/3 and take a look
helm,
around.
aye.
Come on, you gotta have something by now. He ain't that quiet. I don't want to ping for this guy. Ugh. Now you may be wondering, hey Tirak, I've seen other players play this game, and they will ping. And they will ping to invite an enemy attack and then counterattack with their own fantastic torpedoes. Why do you not do this brave and brilliant tactic? Well, I'll tell you. The answer is actually rather simple, and it has to do with the fact that American torpedoes suck. This is the Mark 37 torpedo. It has a maximum speed of a grand total of 26 knots. It is incredibly slow. We are barely slower than this torpedo. Soviet submarines will easily do 30 knots. In a full-on sprint, unless they're a diesel-electric boat, in which case, yeah, they're limited to about 10 to 15 knots. But a nuclear Soviet submarine? Let's get away from that, no problem at all. So I can't do that sort of counter-fire. Also, the seeker hat on the Mark 37 has less than... I think it's got like an 800 meter or 800 yard range of detection, so it ain't that great either. So if you've seen other players, generally they'll have played the 1984 campaign, which gives them the Los Angeles class and all sorts of other cool stuff, towed sonar arrays, and the Mark 48 torpedo, which zips along at a blistering like 45 knots or something like that. Yeah, it's much better than what we have to play with. So that whole counter-fire tactic, it's not going to work for us. It simply will not go our way if we try it. I mean, it'd be nice if it could, but, well, our torpedoes aren't fast enough nor sensitive enough to be able to do snap long-range shots at things. We have to really know what we're going for, get within relatively close range, and surprise them. Failure to achieve any of those conditions, and you've got a problem. Back to
Ahead,
standard.
helm, aye.
Back to creeping me out by going super fast. Stop going super fast.
Ahead, 1/3, helm, aye.
Anything. Come on. Sonar. Stop letting me down. Where's Jonesy when you need him? Doing 5 knots now. He's still nearby. We didn't have a course or speed on this guy. It cannot be that noisy. Going up. We're going to go up to 150 feet.
Ahead, 2/3, helm, aye.
Passing 400 feet.
It worries me. It worries me greatly. Because we've passed it. This mark is no longer valid.
Passing 300 feet.
Ahead, 1/3, helm, aye.
Passing 200 feet.
So what was last known depth? We have nothing up here. Oh, it's creepy. Take us back down. We're only up here long enough to take a look around. We got nothing.
Passing 200 feet.
Ahead, 2/3, helm, aye.
Passing 300 feet.
Ahead, standard, helm, aye.
So if I were a November-class submarine, looking to totally mess with an American skipper, where would I be? I think it's a question that plagues us all. Now if he were a diesel-electric boat, I wouldn't mind so much, because I could chase that, because they're noisy as all hell. But this is a nuke boat, It's going to be harder to sneak up on.
Passing 400 feet.
Ahead, 1/3. Helm aye.
Not even a whiff. He was maybe 4,000 yards from us and we can't find him. He's still out there.
Ahead, standard. Helm aye.
Just don't know where he would be.
Ahead, 1/3. Helm aye. Ahead, standard. Helm aye. Ahead, 1/3. Helm aye.
So here's my thought. I don't know if it's any good of a thought. This is the coastline. Okay? It's going to be traveling down to the southwest. Now we detected him heading in this direction. So could it be that he's heading out this way? That he's actually going this way? Because that's where he needs to be going, like, on the strategic map. But I don't know if their strategic desires match up with how they play in tactical yet.
Ahead, standard. Helm aye.
We'll travel a little bit longer in this direction.
Ahead, 1/3. Helm aye.
Okay, a little bit longer
Ahead, standard. Helm aye.
this way, and then we will make a turn out to the west.
Ahead, 1/3. Helm aye.
Okay, let's make our turn to 270. Two 280. 270.
Ahead, standard. Helm aye.
I'll go this way for a little bit. Try and pick this guy up again.
Ahead, 1/3. Helm aye. Ahead,
Contact.
standard. Helm aye.
Still no contact.
Ahead, 1/3. Helm aye.
Still nearby. Still within 15,000 yards.
Ahead, standard. Helm aye.
Just don't know which direction he'd be going in.
Ahead, 1/3. Helm aye. Ahead, standard. Helm aye.
We might be heading in the opposite direction he was. That's entirely possible.
Ahead, 1/3. Helm aye.
I'm somewhat bolstered by the fact that that's still there. But the fact that we can't find him anywhere, it's really concerning to me.
Ahead, standard, helm, aye.
I can't think of really any other way to like go after him other than to go after where he was. We didn't get any good course information on him.
Ahead, 1/3, helm, aye.
Oh,
Ahead, standard, helm, aye.
we're gonna hit this line and then we're gonna turn south. Come on, tell me where this guy is. I need to know.
Ahead, 1/3, helm, aye.
Alright, come port. We need to be going 180.
Ahead, standard, helm, aye.
He's still out there. There's really not much to say at this point other than we know he's out there, somewhere out there. Insert your own song lyrics if you'd like. And yet, we just can't seem to find him. It's always a little disheartening. Because you want to chase him, you want to find him,
Ahead, 1/3, helm, aye.
and yet they're nowhere to be found. So this engagement started, we were here, he was here. I think he was going this way. I really do. We're going to come back to 315.
Ahead, 2/3, helm, aye. Ahead, standard, helm, aye.
We'll keep on chasing in this direction.
Ahead, full, helm, aye.
We're deep enough at a head full that we're not cavitating, that's good.
Ahead, 1/3, helm, aye.
Nothing coming up on the plot. It's a whole lot of nothing.
Ahead, full, helm, aye.
Is there something I can do to make this easier on my crew? I don't know what it would be. Because I pretty much just drive this thing.
Ahead, 1/3, helm, aye.
Come on, anything. Just give me something. One peak is all I need.
Ahead, full, helm, aye.
no idea how much noise this makes. Like, how noisy are we going at 20 knots? I have no idea. Gonna get to this line. We'll slow down, then we'll pop up to 150 feet. See if that gets us anything better. It's 114 decibels out there on the surface though, so it is creating a lot of masking noise.
Ahead, 1/3, helm aye.
Passing 400 feet. Passing 300 feet. Passing 200 feet.
Hundred and 50 feet. Let's clear our baffles just real quick. Anything? Stay on this course for just a little while. Vessel's still nearby.
Passing 200 feet. Passing 300 feet.
Ahead, standard, helm aye.
Passing 400 feet.
Ahead, 1/3, helm aye.
Well, the chart stabilized, still getting nothing. And he's still nearby. Somewhere. I guess one of the reasons that makes this game so much slower, just it's purely finding people.
Ahead, stand. Ahead, full, helm aye.
Starfleet Command, we know exactly where the enemy is, like within a couple of minutes. But in this game, not so much. You'll be hunting down and trying to find guys, and it'll be difficult. I think the best way to describe this is long segments of boredom, followed by just a few moments of outright terror. Although those few moments of outright terror are probably preceded by
Ahead, two.
a
Ahead, 1/3,
a medium
helm
amount
aye.
of time at just tenseness. I'm gonna be really disappointed if he ends up like not being here if we can't find him and catch him.
Ahead, full, helm aye.
We've been zigzagging across the whole map here.
Ahead, 1/3, helm aye.
Still nearby. I don't want to do this.
Con sonar, switching to active search.
I hate doing this.
Con sonar, switching to passive search.
Ahead, 1/3. Helm, aye.
Come on, am I going to get a return pulse? I was really hoping that would bait him. I'm not sure it will. If he's a November SSN, they're not the missile sub that we're looking for. So he's essentially not important. What matters is that Echo that we're trying to hunt down. See if I can't find a picture of our lovely little Echo buddy. There he is. This is what we're looking for. She's noisy. 160 decibels. Ooh, very noisy. But this also has 1, 2, 3, 4. Each one of these little divots here that you see is a cutout for a missile launch cell. He's got another 4 on the other side. They make the sub really, really noisy when it's moving. So one of the reasons why I'm... Yep, he's gone. Couldn't find the guy. 3 Novembers. 3 Novembers. Fortunately, he wasn't our current mission, so that's not our target. Let's sprint after you. Maybe you're our target. I get the feeling that these subs like despawn after we get out of combat with them. There you are. Give chase, give chase, give chase. I can't tell which one is which. That's one of the things that kind of bugs me about this game. I don't know which submarine is which. Oh boy, we are at full speed. 179, it's on our stern.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Hard port turn.
Con sonar new contact bearing 178 designated Sierra 1.
Signature.
Con sonar new contact bearing 201 designated Sierra 2. Con sonar new contact bearing 171 designated Sierra.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Yep, this November group found us
Con
again.
sonar Sierra 3 is classified as.
Okay, so they caught us. These were the 3 Novembers that had been that we stumbled into. I suppose that's the best way of putting it. Last time.
Con sonar Sierra 2 is cavitating.
Sierra 2 is cavitating. Sierra 1 is closest. Bearing 177. We have a 34% solution at this time. On course. Okay. This is where it gets ugly. We have 34...
Passing 600 feet.
We do not have great solutions on these guys. There's no layer and it's quiet out tonight. And we are close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5-ish thousand yards. Yeah, we're close. Yeah, 5.7 thousand yards. Let's not forget his backup buddies. Come on, give me enough data to form bearing. I'm gonna pull off the port just a bit. Oh crap, we can't go that way. Oh boy, we are in it. If this formation's right, we are in it. Setting these up for active running. Because I don't think we're going to sneak up on these guys.
Con sonar. Sierra 2 is cavitating.
Give me good data on Sierra 2.
Passing 500 feet.
Nope, no data on Sierra 2 yet. Sierra 1 we have 44%, Sierra 3 we have 52. Come to port. I want to get better contrast on this guy. Signature. We're starting to enter his maximum active range. We have course worked out on Sierra 2. Sierras 1 and 3, however, are still unknowns. Going to turn to 140 to get us some contrast on this detection. I know it's exposing us and I don't like doing it, but we need to get a good track. Sierra 2 is pinging.
Passing 400 feet.
Sierra 2 can't hear me. Zero out the rudder, zero out the planes. We're on level. Solution is 59% and climbing. We have good tracks on Sierras 2 and 3. Good track on Sierra 1. We're apparently heading towards a rendezvous with him. $4.6 thousand yards. If he starts pinging soon, he's going to get a contact pretty quick. Do I need to continue my differential analysis here, guys? %81 on Sierra 3, 77 on Sierra 2. But I don't care about them right now. I want a good contact on Sierra 1. Because he's the one that I'm going to shoot at first. One torpedo's going his way, one torpedo's going his way, one torpedo's going this way. We can only maintain 2 wires, though. He's a little bit above us. Coming back towards pointing at him. See if I can't get a good solution on him yet. Okay, 67%. We have a solution at 93% on November on Sierra 3. Sierra 2 is at 70%. Yeah, this is Sierra 3 contact. He's doing a spiral search pattern, it looks like. Sierra 2 is still only 69%. It means we're losing it. Sierra 1 we've gotten up to a 78%. He can't detect us on passive quite yet, though. Although when we launch, I bet he will. Don't like Sierra 2 being at such a low level, because he's in a good position to fire at me. Sierra 1 November, we have tracking solution. No sight on him quite yet, though. 95, there he is. Got him. He's diving. Select tube 1. Up a firing solution.
Con, torpedo room, firing tube 1.
Jesus Christ, this scared me. Torpedoes away. Let's hope he doesn't get a whiff of that. He probably will. CR3, we have 95%. CR2, we have it 68. CR2 is worrying me. I should have a visual on CR3.
Con, sonar, Sierra 2 is cavitating.
CR1 just got me. Wire break. Fix it. Show me CR2. 67%. Crap. He's off to my starboard side. He's in a good position to shoot. CR1's got me. Or at least he had me. He's turned tail.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Stop scaring me. I wonder how that torpedo is going to work out. Does he have me? He spiked at 10, but we were pretty much nose on. So he may not have gotten me on that. CRT November is still not a good shot. But I should take it anyway. Still too far away. It's not a good shot to take. I need a better solution on CR2 before I start making any dangerous decisions. CR2 is with me. CR1 is and 3 are on the surface. What? Starting to get mighty crowded here. How do I only have a 67% on this guy? Range to CR1 is 4,000 yards. CR3 is 9,000 yards. He's not a threat yet. CR2 is 5.5, 5.3. Really looks like these two contacts are going to merge. Torpedo 1 active. It's so far it'll never pick him up, and it's too deep. Yeah, that's too deep to hit him. CR3 has just banked hard. CR2 we're starting to get a good solution on. 82%. CR2 November, we have good track. He is booking it. Are they scattering? Call up CR2 target. Run on the surface. I'm low on torpedoes.
Con, torpedo room, firing tube 3.
I fired from the wrong tube. Almost gave my house a heart attack. It's set to run on the surface. Oh boy. "26 knots. 26 knots. These guys are gone. Come port. Let's keep the wire as best we can. We'll go after Sierra 1 November and kill him. If these guys want to run, let's let them. Our target isn't the November class submarines, it's the Echoes. So let's come to attack heading. Keep the torpedo intact, the wire intact for as long as we can. Maybe score ourselves a nice easy kill. I don't know why he's running on the surface though. One, 3, 8, 0 out the rudder. As long as these guys are sprinting away as fast as they can. Why are you on the surface? You're a nuclear submarine. Sierra 2 is now pinging. He doesn't have a chance in hell of detecting us, but he has slowed down a lot. Sadly, this is just never going to quite pick him up. Because it looks like such a peach shot, but it's not. And we fired this torpedo from 369 feet. He's on the surface. There's no weight. It gets inside his envelope. Take you. Update you. Sierra 2. Starting to close on me. I may have to cut 3 loose and then turn on Sierra 2. Still tracking. Sierra 2 coming in has definitely got me a little bit worried now. His range is 8.4 thousand yards. This torpedo will run for 40 minutes. So that's not even something worth considering right now. Still have track on Sierra 1 November. But he is turning. Try and keep our torpedo with him. Sierra 2 has definitely come around. That's not true. That's a lie. It's now saying 2.6 thousand yards. It's not true. But let's come starboard a bit. What's the bearing on Sierra 1? 148? Okay, let's go to 148. That'll also give us a better shot on Sierra 2 as she comes getting ready to sneak up on us. One 146, 147, 148, 149. Sierra 2 is down to 43%. Range is closer than that, but he's about here. His active's gonna pick me up any time now. Range between these two targets is 3,000 yards. 1, 2, 3. Yep, 3,000 yards distant. That's not close enough for it to go active yet. But if I don't turn to fight Sierra 2 very shortly, it's gonna be a problem. We are 1, 2, 3,000 yards from him? That can't be right. No, 6,000 yards. Because it's 2K. Sierra 3 November is curling back in as well. Come to starboard more. Sierra 2 is bearing 245. I don't want to go quite that far, but may have to. We're keeping tracking updates on Sierra 1, but we're more concerned about Sierra 2 right now. And to be frank, this view is not particularly helpful at the moment. This one is. It's giving us a much better picture of what's going on. We want to look at least straight south. Range to these two. It's 2,000. Yep. Still working on it. About 2,500 yards between these two targets. Once it gets to 1, then I'll tell it to go active. It'll head straight for the surface and start looking for him. Sierra 2 still does not have a good view on me. But he has stopped pinging. Nope, no he hasn't. He's still going. Set course to 190. And zero out that rudder. Conditions tell me he's at... Darn it, wire break! That's not good. This is our last Mark 37. We're down to 4 weapons. We still haven't found our target. Playing with these guys is fun, but they're not who we're here to kill. Oh boy. Run true, my little one. Run.
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
Stop scaring me like that, Jesus. I've been jumping at a lot of shadows lately, I think. But I feel it's somewhat justified. We've got a lot of people pinging our way. Sierra 2 is starting to pick up a whiff of us. Nothing it can use yet, but it's starting to hear. Come on, anytime now. Anytime now. Just got 2 on active. Start a turn where we want to get nose on to Sierra 2. Just bearing 248. Is torpedo going for the surface yet? That's when we know when it's ready to go. When it heads for the surface, then we know. It'll also start pinging and swishing, but the main thing is it will head for the surface. That should be happening any time now. I hope. Come on, this is such a peach shot. Track looks good too. It's gone active. Torpedoes in search mode. Range to target is 2,000 yards. I don't think it's going to pick him up. It's got to get to half that distance. Well, it's up to the gods of torpedo guidance now. Turning to 252 to keep track of CR2. Come on, little one. Kill me a submarine. Still doesn't know where she's going. Course is 250. Start to zero out that rudder. We are nose on with 02 November. 95% solution on him. It's a heck of a shot. We're going to want to get a little bit closer. See if he can't sneak into his baffles. So in the meantime, we will watch our little torpedo try and hunt down this guy. Let's check out Sierra 1. Sierra 1's doing 13 knots. Our torpedo might slip into his baffles if it keeps us up. Still in search mode. It is... oh, just under 1,000 yards. I think... I want to say it's got a 50-50 chance. Because it could do it. Come on, you can do it. You know you can do it. I believe in you, little torpedo. You may only be a Mark 37, and you may have not great guidance unit. But you can do it. Oh crap, we're starting to reach the edge of that run. This is the last turn it's going to get, and then it's just not going to turn enough to see him. Come on, see it, see it, see it. Oh, didn't see it. Nope. Torpedo's going to be a miss. Oh, that's so disheartening. It looked like such a good run, too. We'll pass dead astern of him. And no one will ever know. How close did it end up coming? Yeah, about 1,000. About 1,000 yards. Alright, let's hunt our other prey, CR2. Sierra 2 is trying to curl in on us. I'm not happy about that. Sierra 1 can't hear us. Not an issue. We appear to be turning into each other. Range is 5.7 thousand yards. Signature, please. Okay, I need us to come up to about 200 feet. At 200 feet, then we'll be at about the right level. So climb and turn. We're so close. It would have been beautiful. It would have been gorgeous. The grandest victory would have been ours. Are you done turning? Looks like it. Looks like we're getting nice and close to each other. Just an ugly position to be in. Almost forgot I was climbing. Jeez, that would have been
Passing
good.
300 feet.
Thank you for that. He's pinging. He thinks he knows where we are. He's going to detect us soon. I'd say he's at 200 feet. Leveling off. He's within 5,000 yards.
Con, torpedo room, firing tube 3.
Alright, little torpedo. Your two other brothers couldn't do it, but maybe you can. We're half shielding the torpedo from the guys off to our port side. Sierras 1 and 3. It's going to head right into his frontal path. Signature. He still isn't going to get a good shot at us. See what we can do. He is diving. I think he got a whiff of it. Diving and pinging. Yeah, he definitely got a whiff of that. Active 7. Oh boy. We're getting close now.
All stop. Helm, aye.
Let's see if he can pass in front of us without getting anywhere near the 10. We have time before we need to worry about Sierra 1. But this is it. Whoa, he's swinging hard. And he's in the baffles. Yes.
Ahead, 1/3. Helm, aye.
He's sprinting out. He's running. Now he can outrun this torpedo. If he goes up to his maximum speed, he's capable of outrunning this torpedo. That is very true. But will he try that? Sierra 1 can't hear us. Sierra 3 is long gone. How long until that torpedo reaches the end of its run? A little bit. Yeah, Sierra 2's making a break for it. He's decided, screw it, I'm out of here. Just cannot catch a break tonight. He's gone. He's long gone. I mean, we'll try and keep this active on him. But something tells me he's long gone. Back, I just want to be friends. I have no idea what this is going to do. Like, I'm going to try and keep it on target, but okay, so we're watching Sierra 1 now. Gonna have to turn into Sierra 1 November pretty soon. That'll mean I'll have to break the wire. I don't want to break this wire. As active is at 5, I gotta turn soon.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 3, last bearing 162. Contact faded.
Ain't nobody care about Sierra 3. Sierra 3 is a coward and is running away. Alright, little one, that's last instructions you get from me. Come hard to port. I mean hard to port. We gotta turn to 177. Select port side torpedo tube. Nearly in our baffles. Trying to kill nuclear submarines with these torpedoes is not easy. Wire is broken. Little one is on its own. %68%. He's almost got me on active. 6.8 thousand yards is current estimation, which I have medium confidence in. We are turning as hard as we can. Good luck, little torpedo. Make me proud. This fight is going on for a long time. Whew. This is why Sub Sundays is once a week, folks. Because these can go on for a long time. But we also have a much more laid-back time on this show. It's not like Starfleet Command where everything is much more frantic and straightforward. On this, we can chill, relax, take our time, plan things out. 80% solution. Managed to cut down his active on me pretty good. Almost will have a pointing solution on him very shortly. Let's zero out that rudder. Practically pointing at him. 84%. Come on, you can do better than that. Got a solution. 85%. He's skulking along at 5 knots and listening. Oh, clever girl. He's got a 5 on MF passive. Can't find me yet, but he might soon. %. Better firing solution on that. He's up on the surface? Why has he been on the surface this whole time? I do not understand it. The question is, how do we approach this? We could try sneak up behind him, get into his baffles and fire a torpedo. Because we know they can outrun us at full speed. Let's try this. See how close we gotta get. Okay, I want to come to... I want to come to 180.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 317. Contact faded.
So I want to pass like this. We're going to go 2 ships in the night on this. Crap. We're going to show up to him. He hears us. Port side tube.
Con, torpedo room, firing 2-1.
Get that tube out. He's got us. Begin torpedo invasion. Wires broke. It's the only thing we got left in these tubes, may as well. He's diving. 4,000 yards. He's at 26 knots. Oh, for God's sake. Ugh. Mark 37 torpedoes were not designed to fight nuke boats. They really, really weren't.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Great. It's a surface runner only that I can't fire below 150 feet. That's going to be perfect, let me tell you.
Passing 300 feet.
Is he cavitating? He can't be cavitating. He cannot possibly be cavitating. He can't hear me? What? How?
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
Looks like he's going for the... Going deep. Come port, we want to be 140. He's still going down. He's not stopping.
Passing 400 feet.
Oh, buddy, you... Make your depth neutral. He is at full tilt. Passing 1,000 feet. Dude, you don't have much more ocean you can take. Friend, you're below 1,000 feet. That's the ocean floor. I don't know what's happening. He's diving hard and he ain't stopping. Somebody lock a hatch open? She killed herself. Sierra 1 November killed herself out of fear. Hey, little one finally went active. Let's come to let's come to 200.
Con sonar regained contact on.
32802 is cavitating. Range is over 16,000 yards. Well, she's bearing 328. So let's come to 328. Range 30,000 yards. Did I just do a full circle? Sure, why the heck not?
Con, torpedo room, tube 4 ready. Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready. Con, torpedo room,
you probably
tube
can't see
1
this,
ready.
but there are icons here for my
Con,
recording
torpedo
software.
room,
So I
tube
can't
2
actually
ready.
see what these buttons say. So that's why I'm switching them around. We're going to end the episode here. It was only Novembers, which are not our targets. We're down to 2 Mark 37s, which is a problem because we still got to find that Echo. We've got 12 Mark 16s, which is fine if we run into a surface fleet, but next time we're in dock, I'm probably only going to bring like 2-3 of these, if any. So yeah, we have very boldly proven the shortcomings of the Mark 37 torpedo. Return to mission objective immediately. It's not my fault. Anyway, that's definitely going to be an episode for it today. It was a long one compared to what we did before, and what we did before was kind of long. That's the point of Sub Sundays, though, so we can take our time, so we can just chill out, just relax, have fun with it, and not be at all serious about it. So, see you again next Sunday.